Greetings. Before we start the anime recap, I just want to clarify that the anime studio stated that every characters in this anime are over 18 and they are adult. So, YouTube staff, don't just assume everything just because your mind is messed up.
不動君の気持ちとても嬉しいです。ですが返事の前に一つお聞きしたいことがあります。エッチな女の子は好きですか？
Hey there, today I'm going to talk about a very wholesome cultural anime. If you like vanilla and romance, then this anime is for you. Don't worry, this anime doesn't have NTR in it, and it is very wholesome. This guy with glasses is the main character, and he looks like a typical NPC in an anime. During the gym class, he is looking at this red-haired girl, who is his senpai. Her name is Hino, and she is one of the most popular girl in school. He has a crush on her, but he knew that someone like him will never have a chance with her. Well, he only thought of that just because he doesn't know that he is the main character. Suddenly, someone yelled at him to watch out. It is her, and it looks like she is going to bump into him. She couldn't stop in time, so she knocked him down. Due to anime physics, her face landed on his Excalibur, and her expression changed. He assumed that she is going to get angry at him. However, she doesn't look angry at all, and asked for his name instead.
君、名前は？キドッチね、覚えた。あ、ぶつかってごめんね。じゃ、またね。
はい、また。
After that, she told him that she will meet him later. Ever since that day, she has been very clingy to him all the time, and he has no idea what is she thinking. This is the first time a woman ever get close to him, so he is having a hard time all the time.
ちょっと人探しなんだけどね。キドッチに行け。
When she saw him, she used her hopes and dreams to give him a hug.
人前じゃなかったら困らない？え？キドッチ？
僕、トイレ行くので。あのキノコスルーしやがった。
あんなのより俺らと遊びましょうよ。
ごめんね。君たちは無理っぽいかなーって。
無理。厳しい。でもそういうところがいい。
After that, he immediately excused himself and ran to the washroom. As expected, his Excalibur is ready for battle now, and he knew that she is going to drive him insane if she kept doing that all the time. Then, he suddenly remembered about the sensation of her superior genes. Therefore, he has no choice but to carry out a solo let's play in the washroom to calm himself down. Suddenly, he noticed her peeking at him in 4K. In the meantime, she noticed that he is having a hard time dealing with his hard time, so she wants to help him out by giving him a good time.
辛そうだね。手伝ってあげよっか。
That surprised the shit out of him, since this is the male washroom. Well, she is a woman in 2024, so she will not get cancelled for doing that. Then, she jumped into his stall and gave him a kiss. He did not see that coming, but he will be coming later. He has no idea what is happening, and he did not expect that his time to come has come. Despite that, he knew his place, so he wants to know why is she following him around out of all people. He even assumed that she is doing all of this just to bully him and politely persuade him later. She felt sad after hearing that. Then, she told him that she found out that he smelled really nice when she accidentally bumped into him on that day. After that, she told him that it is just like pheromone, and she is attracted to it. In addition, she knew that both of them have good chemistry. Meanwhile, he still has no idea what is she talking about. Well, he doesn't need to worry about those small details. Then, she wants him to explore her dungeon for research purposes and to test out her theory. At that moment, he is still hesitating although she already gave him the dungeon pass. She looks surprised after seeing his reaction, since his Excalibur is having a different reaction. After that, she starts to clean his Excalibur the climate-friendly way for hygiene purposes. Since this is his first time receiving an eco-cleaning, that shit is too much for him, and he paid for her cleaning service with a lot of protein shake, since protein is the international currency. If you're new to this channel, that is what I used to pay my editor, and that is actually in the contract. Anyways, she drank all of those protein shake because she knew that wasting food is bad. She looked pretty happy when she is drinking that. I mean, who wouldn't? In the meantime, she told him that her dungeon is having a leakage now, and she needs someone who is a professional to help her out. Then, she told him that her theory is correct, and she has been captivated by him. In addition, he has marked her using his protein shake as a pheromone, just like how I already marked the editor. Moving on, although she said all of that, it looks like he still doesn't believe her. Right after that, she showed him her hopes and dreams and wants him to have a taste himself. Fortunately, he is no longer a pussy, so he accepted her request in the end.
ねえ、 Kidochi.
After the taste testing session, she told him that her dungeon is leaking a lot now and it must be fixed in no time. Therefore, he has to become the part-time plumber man and fix the leakage. Like the video if you want to become a plumber man too. Anyways, before that, they heard someone at the washroom.
いやマジありえねえって
Instead of waiting those guys to get out, she told him that he is free to explore her dungeon whenever he likes.
キドッチなら今すぐに叶えられちゃうよ。ね、二人で気持ちよくなろう。
Therefore, he explored the crap out of her dungeon like how America did to Iraq, and gave her a lot of Michelin 3 stars protein pie to end the protein time. At the same time, he managed to fix the leakage as well. That is like asking the editor to handle 2 jobs with 1 Excalibur. By the way, I guess he is not afraid of child support after all.
キドッチおはよう。
口ではそう言いつつ僕の期待は膨らんでいた。どうやら僕も先輩のフェロモンにやられてしまったみたいだ。
On the next day, she is still the same as usual, and she wants to carry out the protein time with him again. Anyhow, that is a good wholesome ending, right? Well, this anime has 2 episodes, and each episode has 2 short stories. This recap is about episode 1, and the next recap is about the second story. Don't worry, the second story is very wholesome as well, since the main character is going to give some to her whole. Anyways, the story begins when this blonde guy is helping this girl at the library. It looks like she is a librarian, and her name is Sumoto. He has a crush on her, and viewed her as Angel since no one dares to approach him except her.
一人で作業することもなくなってすごく助かってます。いつもありがとうございます、不動くん。
はあ須本先輩まぶいこういう見てくれで誰も関わろうとしないのに須本先輩だけは先輩はビビらねえんだな。他の奴らはビビって近づきもしねえのによ。
Then, he wants to know if she is afraid of him. It looks like she doesn't judge a book by its cover, and she told him that those rumors are just rumors after all.
不動くんの悪い噂はお聞きしていました。ですが噂は噂。私は準備室での親切な不動くんをちゃんと見ていますから。
After he heard that, his expression suddenly changed, and he looked shocked. Right after that, he confessed his love to her.
俺須本先輩が好きだ。あんたみてえなまともな人とは釣り合わねえかもだけどマジなんだ。
This time, it is her turn to be shocked. His sudden love confession has caught her off guard. After a while, she regained her composure and asked him a very cultural and valid question.
不動くんの気持ちとても嬉しいです。ですが返事の前に一つお聞きしたいことがあります。エッチな女の子は好きですか？
He is surprised when he heard that. Before he could give her an answer, she told him that she liked to read romance novel, and she has read one just now. When she is reading it, she is having a deep dark fantasy, and she told him that her dungeon is leaking now. She showed him her dungeon protector, and he is surprised at her action. She even confessed to him that she hid alone here, and did solo let's play almost every day. He has no idea what to do with that information.
不動くんの恋愛小説のような告白にたまらなくなってしまいました。
He is completely stunned there and thought that he is high. However, she took his hand and used it to assist her solo gameplay. At that moment, his Excalibur has awakened from its slumber and it is ready for some co-op gameplay. She noticed that and immediately used her melons to launch a pincer attack on his Excalibur. He didn't expect that she would be this cultural, and that is not a bad thing, right? Anyways, she told him that he has full unrestricted access to her dungeon, and she wants him to start his exploration immediately. He knew that his mom doesn't raise a pussy, so he charged into her dungeon in the name of Protein Man. During the protein time, she became self-conscious and told him that he might not love her anymore after finding out that she is very cultural. After he heard that, he stopped the protein time and told her that he is willing to accept everything of her.
先輩の性欲くらいいくらでも受け止めてやる。だからちゃんと俺の告白に答えてくれよ。先輩の返事を聞きてえんだよ。
In return, he also wants to know about her proper answer to his love confession. I guess the desire to get the Excalibur treatment has caused her to forget about his love confession. Then, she did the unholy act and accepted his love confession.
私を不動くんの女にしてください。
上等だ。
After that, they did the protein time like no tomorrow, and he kept giving her a lot of farm fresh organic protein pie over and over again. No protection is needed because he is a Sigma. Anyhow, it looks like both of them has officially become a couple as well, and that is a very wholesome ending. Thus, that is the end of my recap for this wholesome cultural anime. This anime has 2 episodes, and this recap is about episode 1. These are the comments and feedback for this anime from a cultural website. This anime is animated by Pink Pineapple, but I felt like the quality is not up to par. Well, do you guys agree with that? Let me know about your opinion in the comment section below.